Uh, it's been a while when you really fuck up this bad. I thought I pressed record, did the whole video, thought it was pretty good. Only realized I didn't press record, so I gotta do it again. Also, new microphone, it's like a lavalier mic I attached onto the Vive controller. Works pretty well. Listen to it from out here. The distance is pretty good, so I gotta keep it close to my face. So I just got done playing Anthem, and that game was a huge wasted opportunity. A lot of people were saying this was like the Destiny killer. It was going to be on the same level as Warframe. It could have been, had they worked on it and made it better, or even made a good game at launch. None of those things happened though. So I like to go over the story a little bit. The story was ass. That's all you need to know. It was ass. You're a freelancer who controls a javelin, which is just like an Iron Man suit. Your team gets fucked. You go solo. Somebody tells you, hey, there's bad people going to that place you got fucked at. There's a powerful relic there. And you form your team back together and go stop them. That's all you really need to know. And then the last boss is like an Oryx ripoff.
Wait. He's not here. The monitor's dead.
Not dead. Transcendent. One with the Anthem.
But a lot of time with games like these, people don't care about the story. They just want the end game. I think the end game here is a total of 4 missions. One of those missions just being a replay of the final mission in the game. That's it for content. You have those 4 missions, no raids, no PvP, no nothing. Use those same 4 missions to just grind out your armor stats just to the max level, which I don't think anyone's ever gotten. I think for my character, I got to like 120, 150, somewhere around there. It goes up by like increments of 1, so I stopped counting. And I think I got my first blue item in the final mission.
The keys! Hurry!
Blue being on the same rarity as Destiny, where it's like blue's the rare. It took me that long to get blue. I assume like purple and yellow are behind it. I'm never going to see those in a million years. I'm not sure how many people are still playing this game. I did see some people playing. Mostly in like the free realms, they were just flying around doing their own thing. I only got match made with one person, one time, in the final mission. And I think that's because it was the seasonal mission. Because there are still seasons in this game with a seasonal store where you could still buy stuff with real money. That's the one feature they didn't want to get rid of. This game hasn't had an update in the last 5 years. So, no surprise there. Also, imagine how much they could have done in those 5 years instead of just fucking up so bad in the first 2 months. If you don't know the story, this game was terrible at launch. It had a development cycle of like under 2 years. For a game like this, you probably need at least 4 years. Which is why they spent the next 2 years just fixing the game. And even if it's not totally fixed, there's so much jank in the game. A good example is like the animations when you're talking to somebody. Their mouth sequence are just horrible.
What happened to the last owner?
He was on a strider to Anthem with the governor and it went down. Some say accident, some say a hit. Nobody made it back and the black box went missing.
Their bottom lip comes to like all the way down here, so you just see all their bottom teeth. That's just nasty. And there's so much stuff they could have fixed in those 2 years, but they just haven't done. And there's so many little things that were kind of like quality of life stuff they could have changed, but just didn't. Good example is the loot drops. When you see a green item, you go pick it up, it says, oh cool, you got an uncommon item. It doesn't tell you what it is until the end of the mission. You can't put it on in the same mission to raise your stats so you can boost for even higher stuff at the end of the mission. That's not how it works. You have to play a mission, get the loot at the end, equip it, play again for higher stats. That's it. It's just so fun to play other games where you pick up an item and be like, oh cool, that gun, or ooh, that armor piece. Here it's like, cool, I wonder what this is going to be. I'll find out in 20 minutes. It's just shit. What else? Other things to rip on. The armor itself, the javelin cosmetics. All you can do is change the color and the material of your javelin. I think there are some armor sets you can buy in the seasonal store. It costs like 60,000 gold or something. But then you can use your in-game currency to buy some pieces of armor. And by some, I mean 1 piece per body part. That's all that's in the base game. Just 1 piece. Yeah, that's pretty fucking awful. The customization is absolute dog shit. I feel like I'm just talking about this game and then stuff is re-entering my mind and it's just pissing me off even more. The javelins itself, when you start the game, you play around in like the base javelin, then you have to choose your own javelin, one out of the 4 there in the game. And when you pick one, it locks you in. You can't change it. You can only keep playing till like level 6 or something to get a new one. You can't try them out. All you can do is read how they work, and you have to pick one. That's awful. Let me at least try them or put them in the tutorial so I can see how they work. And when I started, I chose the agility one just because it looked cool to use. So I made a guy character, put it in the suit, and I realized his ass looks way too good. So I made a new character, a female. I didn't get to choose another javelin. It still locked me in the speedster one. So it's account bound to what you pick. Not character, just overall. You can't make a new character unless you make a new whole account. That sucks. I ripped on the customization, I ripped on the content, I ripped on the loot. I think that is everything. The only cool thing I can give this game is the flying mechanic. That was fun. For all 10 seconds it lasted. If they would have made it infinite or a hell of a lot longer, it would have been better. But they still fucked that up too. Yeah, I think that's really all I can say, so let's just rank this shit. You know it's going low, but it's not going as low as you think. It's going D tier. At number 4. Just because it had potential. It could have been something. It could have been on the, I don't know, the same level, but close to like a Warframe or Destiny. It probably would have still been talked about to this day. Not in the way it's being talked about now, where it's just shit. It could have had a comeback story like No Man's Sky, but it just bombed and crashed. So yeah, D tier number 4. We finally got a D tier game. Now we just need an S tier. I'm working on that right now. I'll see you in that video.